Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know news and weather as you start your day.
Police are investigating a shooting at an apartment building in Rapid City.
Officers were called to the northeastern part of town just before 7:40 Tuesday night after reports of gunshots. When they arrived, police found two people suffering from gunshot wounds. Both were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Officers are reviewing surveillance video and working to identify the suspect. Anyone with information is asked to contact Rapid City Police or submit an anonymous tip.
A Sioux Falls man and woman are behind bars in connection to a series of alleged crimes in the northeastern part of town.
Police say it happened at an apartment building near East 1st Street and North Omaha Avenue just before 5 o'clock Monday evening. Authorities say it started with detectives trying to find someone driving a car stolen over the weekend.
Detectives found the car in a parking lot and say the driver went inside with a woman who was also in the car. Police tried to get the man to come out of the apartment, but he refused.
Authorities say he allegedly grabbed a bat and would not let a woman holding her baby leave. Police arrested 32-year-old Willard Makes Room for Them III for a list of charges, including aggravated assault. 32-year-old Ashley Davis was arrested for possession of a stolen vehicle.
In court Tuesday afternoon, a judge set Makes Room for Them's bond at $30,000 cash. Davis's bond was set at $2,500.
South Dakota's legislative session, its 101st, has officially started. Governor Larry Roden gave his first State of the State address.
Property taxes, clearly now a central part of South Dakota politics, had the governor's attention.
I also want to continue to listen to South Dakotans on this topic. Over the next few weeks, I will host property tax town halls in hard-hit areas like Sioux Falls and the Black Hills, and in counties like Clay and Turner and Union.
Roden is proposing giving individual counties the option of 1/2 cent sales tax in place of the county's property tax share.
Today, South Dakota lawmakers will listen to the State of the Tribes address and the State of the Judiciary.
You can find all of our coverage from here in the legislative session section on KELOLAND.com. We've already posted dozens of stories on what you can expect during the 2026 legislature.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a colder day today. Temperatures closer to average. Numbers in the middle to upper 20s this afternoon in eastern KELOLAND. This will happen with a decrease in cloud cover and mostly sunny conditions. High of 28 in Sioux Falls and Aberdeen. Clouds will be thicker in central and south central South Dakota. Numbers will be in the 30s and approaching 50 in Rapid City. Mostly sunny, high of 48. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. January is one of the harder months for blood donations.
That's why the Community Blood Bank has special incentives for donors this month.
But before you come in, you need to make sure that you're healthy.
If you're taking an antibiotic to kind of get rid of some kind of sinus infection or something, you have to be 24 hours off of that antibiotic in order for you to donate, and then symptom-free on top of that, meaning that you don't still have that post-nasal drip or you're not excessively coughing, because those are signs that you're still not quite ready to donate blood yet.
January donors will receive 2 tickets to a Stampede game and a certificate for a Culver's value meal.
A southeastern South Dakota ski valley will be closed this weekend.
In a news release, Great Bear Ski Valley says it'll be closed on Saturday and Sunday to make snow. The park is open today despite warm temps and will have regular hours through Friday.
The park will have extended hours on Monday, opening at 9 a.m.
Icefish Fest is set to make its return to Catfish Bay Water Ski Park in Sioux Falls on January 31st.
The popular ice fishing tournament will feature over $30,000 in cash and prizes, including $5,000 for the biggest fish caught.
The ice was extremely wet on Tuesday morning, but with colder days ahead, the owner of Catfish Bay says it's full steam ahead.
We're checking every few days just to kind of understand what's going on with the weather, and so far we've been looking good, and it's looking like in a few days we're going to be temps that are not going to hit above freezing.
Icefish Fest is Saturday, January 31st at Catfish Bay from 1 until 4 p.m. The cost is $50 for one hole, and you do not need a fishing license to participate.
We provided a link with registration information under this story on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another Check Your Weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching the weather and the changes before us. We've got a high wind watch in effect starting tomorrow, western South Dakota. Now, this does run all the way to Winter, Gregory, about to the James Valley. Now, we may have additional headlines and likely will have those east, but so far not just yet. How much wind? Well, the worst of this is going to come in on Friday across the Black Hills, and it easily could be in that 70-mile-an-hour range for some peak wind gusts. So pay attention. We're going to start with today's map. That's actually decreasing the wind. So we've routed some wind in the last 12 to 24 hours. I think we'll relax from that this evening, starting off Thursday morning. Not too bad. But during the day tomorrow, already a push of milder air coming back. So we're going to stir up the wind. We're going to kick that into gear here at 20 to 40 for Aberdeen. Some of the gusts on here are even a little bit higher than that. They're a little bit more than 40 miles an hour. So we'll pay attention to that. I think Rapid could easily be in that range. And then as the colder air seeps in Thursday night into Friday morning, these winds are going to ramp up again. And we're going to see widespread 30 to 50 in Sioux Falls. I think Rapid, again, as mentioned, it's going to go at least at 60 to 70, if not higher. And then there's going to be a little snow in the air, too, on Friday with this colder air pushing in. Any snow that flares up on radar, those snowflakes are going to be blowing sideways. There's not a lot of snow here. We're talking nuisance amounts, maybe around an average of an inch or less, but it doesn't take a lot. Even as that snow is falling, it could reduce some visibilities. So we'll keep monitoring that story. We still have some time on our hands here to continue to drill into the details there. Let's bring up your hourlies here for tomorrow. Notice the bounce back. We're going to climb back to near 40 in Sioux Falls late in the afternoon. 40s near 50, actually, in the South Central. But tomorrow is the last relatively mild day. We are switching gears on this pattern, and we're going to have a colder weekend. We're going to see highs on Friday, for example. That's going to be early in the day, probably midnight high or in the wee hours of the morning on Friday in Sioux Falls, and it'll drop all day long. And it's going to keep going downhill into Saturday, too, as it gets colder and colder. Single digits above and below zero for highs on Saturday in the Northeast. I'm pretty certain we're going to feel the wind chill, too, here. So highs today, 48 Rapid City, 38 in Pierre. Let's jump to the 7-day. Sioux Falls, that 32 is a placeholder on Friday. We're going to drop and try to recover somewhere in the upper single digits to low teens on Saturday. And there's more evidence to support another cut on the forecast for Saturday. Sunday, we're bringing back some wind across South Dakota. Now, that'll start in the northwest. That frontal system will bring in a brief warm-up, probably not as dramatic as the one that's coming in tomorrow, but could we be a little warmer than 25? Possibly. We've got Aberdeen parked here 28 on Sunday. We wanted to put in at least a chance of light snow with that warm front. And then once that clipper moves through, the wind, again, is going to be a story Sunday afternoon for Pierre and Rapid. And the temperature is going to fall again. We'll see how much we have to reduce the numbers in western South Dakota. But we feel pretty strong about several wind events in the 7-day forecast. Check out much more details online at KELOLAND.com.